Roar. Tear. Ascend. These aren't just machines, they're untamed beasts bred for war in the wilderness. Trees don't stand a chance. Stumps vanish as if pulled into the earth. Metal titans rule the landscape, transforming untamed nature into an adrenaline-charged battleground. If high-octane energy fuels your soul, this is where the wild calls your name. Welcome to the chaos of forest engineering. It all started with one explosive snap. A seasoned logger, equal parts precision surgeon and demolition expert, sent a towering tree crashing to the forest floor. But nature wasn't done. The fall triggered a chain reaction, a domino effect of groaning trunks and thunderous impacts as tree after tree came down in an awe-inspiring display of raw destruction. Above a serene forest canopy, 25 meters in the air, a silent dance unfolded. A Husqvarna T540 XP moved like a choreographed performer, slicing limbs with fluid, graceful ease. This wasn't just tree work. It was an aerial ballet, mechanical and methodical.
He rips through those trees like they're toothpicks. How many times can that piece fall out in a single day? Absolutely monstrous machine making quick work of those logs. The Kiribes K701 is raw iron and massive displacement engineered for one purpose, generating maximum torque to move immovable objects. For this kind of work, there is simply no substitute for sheer weight and brute force strength.
Sometimes, though, it's not about climbing at all. Modern forestry has brought in tech that makes tree management safer and smarter. Take the Cat excavator outfitted with a Groeneveld Lumberjack 4550. This attachment reaches high, grips with authority, and slices through massive limbs without a climber in sight. It's efficiency from the ground up, no ladders, no ropes, just results. When it comes to stumps, bigger tools aren't always better. For a stubby holdout rooted deep, old-school wisdom still wins. A chain and tire rig offers simple, effective leverage. As the tire lifts and twists, the roots surrender, breaking cleanly and saving your spine, your wallet, and your time. Meanwhile, at a busy timber landing, the Brooks 1006 ST is a chipping monster. This self-loading chipper gulps down wood using its integrated grapple and turns it into biomass on the spot. Fold-out chutes funnel the chip straight into trailers, streamlining the entire wood-to-chip process into one mobile platform. Out here, the forest is the office. No fluorescent lights, no cubicles, just open skies and the scent of pine. For some, Sundays mean relaxation. For others, it's another day of freedom under the tree canopy, living a life most office workers only fantasize about. On rugged trails, a tracked forestry tractor hauls its bounty. The tracks dig in, the grapple steadies the load, and the machine marches forward with purpose. Each trip moves precious raw material from the stump-strewn chaos of the felling zone to the organized order of the landing area. That black diamond logging truck is a monster, yet even it strains against the steep grade. As the wheels lift under the weight, it's clear, this isn't just transportation, it's a battle against gravity. Dirt roads twist up mountains like ribbons, testing every gear and every nerve. In selective thinning jobs, bigger isn't always better. That's where the Zeta rig excels. It's light, agile, and forest-friendly, removing timber without scarring the terrain. Quick to load, quick to move, and perfect for operations that value both productivity and preservation. Precision matters. When it's a broad-crowned oak with decades of growth behind it, you get only one shot. The felling notch must be exact. The hinge wood must hold. This is delicate craftsmanship masked by roaring chainsaws, a careful orchestration that guides thousands of pounds of timber to the ground without chaos. Machines like the F666 don't just work, they impress even the old-school veterans. Less noise, more torque, and a rhythm that speaks to anyone who's ever earned their living in the woods. Each log hauled is more than timber, it's legacy. The Husqvarna 572 XP chainsaw gets its first real test, slicing through thick timber as part of its break-in ritual. This is where muscle meets finesse. Every cut gives insight into the machine's readiness, performance, and durability under pressure. Deep under the surface, twin ripper teeth do what a bucket can't. They pierce the roots and rip them out by their foundation. It's about leverage, destruction, and the power to unearth what refuses to let go. High above at Cathedral Grove, tree climbers work not to harvest, but to protect. These are decaying giants in a protected zone. The mission is to remove danger, not timber. Every motion is calculated, every cut is a safeguard. Speed equals profit in stump grinding. Machines built for rapid destruction turn stubborn stumps into dust in minutes. With each pass of the blade, time and effort shrink, and the workday becomes infinitely more productive. An obstructive oak doesn't stand a chance. The 572 XP's roar marks its final moment. With measured cuts from the ground, the logger orchestrates the fall. Once it's down, the tree is swiftly segmented, clean, efficient, precise. River logging is a marvel. A single tugboat commands thousands of board feet with strategic movements and precise navigation. Guiding logs across wide currents takes more than horsepower, it demands seasoned instinct and coordination. Operating a mechanical cutting head with such exactness takes more than skill. It requires intense focus. One slip, one jerk, and the result could be costly. These aren't just tools, they're extensions of the operator's will, moving with muscle and grace. Sometimes what falls is reborn. A chunk of discarded wood, once destined to decay, becomes a vibrant red vase on a lathe. This is more than recycling, it's resurrection. A forgotten block gains new life through craftsmanship. Machines like the Posh splitter reflect precision European engineering. With reinforced frames and thoughtfully designed hydraulics, it's a device crafted not just for power, but for longevity. Built to endure, built to produce. The 822 harvester's hydraulic system pulses with immense pressure, delivering shocking speed and power. Each flick of a joystick translates instantly into movement, giant steel arms responding with cat-like agility. Forestry is not DIY territory. When tons of timber start falling, only licensed professionals should be in control. The danger is real, and so is the skill required to handle it. There's always a duality in this work. On one side, it's awe-inspiring, the power, the engineering, the efficiency. On the other, there's a certain sadness as age-old trees crash to the ground. It's a constant balancing act between progress and preservation. When a mill goes down, everything stops. Faulty bearings meant silence. Now, with replacements finally in place, the blade hums again. Each slice through the red oak is a reminder of what this work means: transformation, utility, and tradition. The cable winch on some rigs does more than pull, it dominates. Logs up to 40 feet long are dragged effortlessly, showing that modern forestry is equal parts force and finesse. Just clamp and go. No more strained backs or time-wasting struggles. But nature always fights back. A monstrous stump shrugs off thousands of pounds of force. Not every day ends in victory. Sometimes, the forest just says, "Not today." Climbing steep slopes with a heavy machine feels like an act of defiance. Covered in debris and riddled with obstacles, the terrain is brutal. But that Herzog winch acts like a mechanical Sherpa, dragging the beast skyward. Forget traditional roads. The S61 carves its own path. It doesn't bulldoze, it selects. Plucking logs from nearly impossible spots, it proves that precision and power aren't mutually exclusive. Efficiency is everything. Machines like the K415 split firewood at lightning pace, up to 6 cords an hour. With one pass, the log is sliced, split, and ready for the pile. Anyone serious about firewood needs a tool like this. Chainsaws like the 572 XP don't just cut, they shred. But each trunk torn down raises a bigger question: how many decades did it take to grow? Responsible logging means restoration. Every tree taken must be answered with another planted. These forests are not infinite. And then there's the red clay, a logging nightmare. Slippery, sticky, and relentless, it swallows tires and buries axles. The crews battling through that muck earn every cent, with grit and determination as their greatest assets. When steel bites wood, and machines thunder through the wild, the story isn't over, it's only just beginning. Bigger machines, deeper cuts, louder roars await. The forest may resist, but the force pushing forward is unstoppable. Stay tuned.